Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, taking care of business. Joining me today is Richard Greaves, broker owner of Remax Alpine Realty in Canmore. Thanks for joining us today, Richard.
Thanks, Mario. Great to be here.
Well, let's talk real estate and let's talk about Canmore. And Canmore is always a fascinating market to discuss and has been for a number of years now. First of all, let's look at the sales. I understand year over year, sales are down quite substantially, 35%. So can you talk a little bit about the sales and why we've seen a downward trend in the number of properties being sold?
Yeah, for sure. So, 2021 was a record year for sales for us. If we look at sales in general, Canmore usually does sort of between 400 and 500 property sales a year, as it were, in Canmore. And last year we did just under 1,000. It was sort of 970 transactions, which depleted all our inventory. And so we were, a balanced market for us here in Canmore from a listings perspective is about 250, 280 properties on the market. And we were going into February with 40 listings. And wow. So, and huge buyer demand. So we were seeing lots of multiple offers, but primarily sales are down because we just didn't have anything to sell.
Yeah. So what was the big thing about last year? Like, why was there such huge demand?
Yeah, we saw a lot of people realizing again that they could work from anywhere, work from home. That was a big driver for us. We're primarily a second home market or a secondary market, yeah. And then we started to see a lot of people cashing out of the GTA, seeing that their property prices at the GTA were substantially higher than most anywhere else in Canada, I think, and seeing Canmore as a great place to move to, and still in their eyes a good deal.
All right, and yet in the first quarter of this year, the prices are up by 15% year over year. Is it just, you talked about multiple offers, the lack of inventory? Is that what's driving it? Or?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it sure is. It's primarily the lack of inventory, and still this. It's been a fairly insatiable buyer demand, and we're still seeing that continue. So, most properties that come to market are still seeing multiple offers.
Okay, super. Forecasting. I know Remax in a recent report, cabin and cottage trends. Forecasted the price to be up 5% year over year this year, sales down 20%. As you look into the next few months, what are you expecting out of this market up there?
Yeah, I think so. We're starting to see a bit more inventory coming on the market. I was just looking today. We've got about 90 properties on the market now. So we've doubled our inventory since February, which is great. We're still, I would say, deep into a seller's market, but it does seem to just be softening slightly since we've heard the news of these interest rate hikes. So I think we're still seeing multiple offers just because of the lack of inventory, but we're not seeing as many as we were. So I think we'll probably see a little bit of a softening here as the year goes on, and we'll certainly. I don't anticipate seeing anywhere near the amount of sales that we saw last year.
Okay, I want to ask you about the buyers out there and their profiles. First of all, what kind of people are they? Are they older people, or kind of like me, looking for that secondary home, or as you said, working in a remote area, or are they younger people that kind of like that lifestyle?
It's primarily people that like the lifestyle, regardless of their age. We do tend to see it being a little bit of an older demographic just because of the price points that we're seeing out here now.
Yeah.
But it's primarily lifestyle driven for sure. Whether that's couples in their late 30s, early 40s that've got younger children and want to sort of give the children that experience of living somewhere like this, or it's older people looking from a retirement perspective.
Okay, you mentioned the people from the GTA. What about other people? Like who else is interested in that market?
Yeah, our market for the last 10 years or so, since the last recession, really since 2008, Our market has primarily been Calgary, Edmonton, or that Calgary Edmonton corridor, and that still continues to be a popular spot for those areas.
Mm-hmm. And what about the types of places they're looking for? Are they looking for that condo, townhome property, or are they looking for single detached?
We've seen a whole spectrum. I think the biggest winner from a property perspective out here over the last couple of years has been that Airbnb type hotel condo. There's very specific rules in Canmore as to who and who cannot Airbnb or rent the nightly unit. So we've got this sort of strip close to downtown where most of those units are. And that has been an extremely popular product for a lot of people looking to come here from a second home perspective because they can generate some revenue while they're not here.
All right. How long have you been there, Richard?
I've been in Canmore since 98. I came to Banff in 92 from the UK, and I've been in Canmore since 98.
What's the appeal of Canmore?
For us, it was lifestyle again. It was being able to raise, we've raised 2 kids in this community. It's a great community. And the access to outdoor living is second to none.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else you wanted to add about the market up there, Richard?
I don't think so. No, I think you've covered it all. Thanks, Mario.
Right. Super. Well, thanks very much for joining us today.
Anytime. Thanks again.
All right, super. That was Richard Greaves, broker, owner of Remax Alpine Realty in Canmore. I'm Mario Toneguzzi, taking care of business. Thanks for joining us today.